here.
And how many years have you been involved?
This will be my almost 20th, about 18, 19 years.
So you've been able to help thousands of kids here over the years.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about. That's why we do it.
All right, well, thanks so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest
Thank
of the
you,
parade.
Steve. We now have the Accordion Fun Club. They call themselves closet accordionists, but they get together and offer fellowship and fun and music at nursing homes, senior centers.
Up next, we have Ace Solid Waste. They brought their garbage cans along with them here tonight. Maybe a recycling bin or two?
And there's people riding in the cans, Steve.
That's interesting.
That'd be a
I bet you
unique
they're
way
clean,
to go.
maybe not like the ones at our house.
Right. That'd be a unique way to go down the parade route.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll collect all the garbage around the route when they're done?
That's true. They're a company located out of Ramsey. Of course, they provide service to customers throughout Anoka County and other communities, and they are locally owned and operated. Yeah, those cans must be clean because I'm thinking that'd be horrible to ride in.
It might
Especially
be
one of the
hard.
compost ones.
Yeah, to find a volunteer to do
Yeah.
that position if it wasn't a clean garbage can. Next we have J&L Academy of Dance. J&L Academy of Dance has been teaching the art of dance to people in Fridley and the surrounding communities for 46 years. They teach ballet, jazz, tap, hip-hop to children ages 3 all the way up to adults. They have a brand new location coming next fall at Lifetime Fitness in Coon Rapids. I understand it's going to cater to maybe younger dances, 2nd grade and younger. I'd like to say a very special hello to my neighbor, Kenzie Landry. She's dancing there on the right side of your screen. Turning 13 very soon. She loves to dance.
Well, happy birthday to her. Seems like there's a lot of choices out there nowadays.
All
a lot
kinds
of
of
programs.
opportunities, yeah.
It's good to see everybody getting involved. We got a bowling pin here.
Hey, what's that for?
Brunswick Zone.
Ah,
They have joined us here tonight. Of course, they have a facility over in Blaine.
huge facility.
Yeah, it's near 109th and Highway 65 if you haven't been there. Certainly worth a trip there. Have a very nice setup. Have you bowled recently?
Not recently, but I do think it's fun. It's fun to take my kids.
Yeah.
They like to bowl.
Well, that's good.
They don't always have gutter balls either.
Oh,
Sometimes Abby gets it right down the middle.
That's because you got those, things you put up on the side nowadays?
Yep,
That's
that
what I
makes
used
it
to bowl
easier.
anyways.
You still need those, don't you?
Yeah, it works good. You keep the ball in the lane.
Yeah.
We got the Cardinals, another group up here. This is the Coon Rapids football sideliners. They are a noisy group.
It's all about that Cardinal pride.
Well, they even got a goalpost, and they're going to let a little kid kick the ball here, make a field goal. That's the head coach, John Young, kneeling down there. You made it. There's John there. Of course, just recently took over, I believe. Was that his first year? Last year? So they're going into their second year here.
Replacing Clayton Koppel, that was the previous coach there at the high school.
They had a decent season last year.
They did. I believe it had been 20 years since their last homecoming win. And it was also their first undefeated season for all home games in 25 years. What do we got
We
here?
have a unique contraption. This is the John Deere trike. Bob Triweiler is the sponsor.
The
It'd be fun to ride up there.
Yeah, it says the biggest tricycle in Minnesota. I've never seen anything quite like that.
It's pretty interesting. Can you imagine driving that thing down the side of the road? You might get a few looks.
We're going to head down to Steve Antis now that has an interview with someone with the Youth First organization.
Well, thank you very much, Stephanie and Steve. I'm actually hitching a ride with the Youth First float, and I have with me Bob Powell. And Bob, can you tell us about the Youth First organization?
Well, Youth First started, how many years ago? About 8 years ago. And we meet once a month, and the youth of the Coon Rapids area are our primary focus. And the teen element on Northdale Boulevard is one of the things that we really are striving to maintain. And Shelley here will tell you some more about it too.
You enjoying the parade, Shelley?
Yes, we are. We love it. They got all their bikes out here doing some tricks for everyone.
And you want to just give us a quick plug for National Night Out?
Yeah, National
It's
Night
in
Out,
August.
August 5th. We'll be at the Element Teen Center from 6 to 9 that night.
Very good.
All right, well, thank you so much, Shelley.
Thanks,
and
Steve.
Mr. Powell, we're going to send it back upstairs to you, Steve.
All right, thank you, Steve. And of course, anyone's invited to that. If you don't have a celebration for National Night Out in your own neighborhood, you are certainly invited to the community one at the Teen Center.
Yeah, they have a lot of fun there. Bingo,
Yeah.
all kinds of things going on.
We got a candidate running for office up next, Troy Buckholes. And he's running for state representative in District 47A. He's the Republican-endorsed candidate and currently resides in Champlin. And he has been a resident of both Champlin and Coon Rapids. Looks like we have a church float coming up next.
I believe this is Olive Branch Lutheran Church. 3 churches, 1 location. Olive Branch Lutheran, Waters of Life Outreach Ministry, and Filipino American Christian Church. They say while worshiping independently on Sunday mornings, they also have shared ministry projects and fellowship times. They're located across from Lifetime Fitness on Northdale Boulevard in Coon Rapids.
That appears to be the place to be with this section of the parade. A lot of location by Lifetime Fitness and the dance group.
That's true.
We have the East Bethel Royalty up next, riding on a green float. East Bethel Northern Gateway to the Twin Cities is happy to be in Coon Rapids, to celebrate the 4th of July. It's Miss East Bethel Heather Tollefson is riding on the float, along with East Bethel Princess Anne Karzak. Karzak. Did you say that?
I think so.
And East Bethel Little Miss Elise Strocker. Got some bikes up next.
Radical Rad Racing, Rad BMX Racing. It's a great activity for families to gather and enjoy each other. They say BMX is for ages 3 to 65. Minnesota has 15 tracks outdoors and 1 track indoors in Lino Lakes.
It's another fun activity for the kids to be involved in. All different sized bikes, it looks like.
Good way to stay active.
We have a banner for Norm Coleman coming by here for U.S. Senate in 2008. He's running for re-election to continue his record, he says, of bringing people together to get things done.
We now have the Boy Scouts, Troop 415.
That's right, they got Cub Scouts, Tiger Cubs, and Weebelots. Weebelows, rather. Looks like they're doing a little archery on that float. They got their kayak. Do all sorts of stuff.
Kayak, archery, camping, campfires, s'mores. Doesn't that sound good?
Christmas trees, you're forgetting that? They usually sell those.
Oh, that's true. I don't want to think about Christmas
Yeah,
though.
that's a little far off.
Let's enjoy summer.
Football season was bad enough, right? We got the Emmanuel Christian Center up next here. This group is located in the northeast corner of University and Osborne Road in Fridley. They've been serving the area for 45 years. They support the community by aiding SEEP, St. Mary's Health Clinic, New Life Family Services Bridging, and the Minnesota Teen Challenge. There's a cutie there,
Oh, look at that.
enjoying a parade.
She's
Yeah.
having fun, I think.
Perfect night. The sun is coming back out now, and it's just delightful out here.
Beautiful
Got a little bit of
night.
breeze to keep things good.
Look at those cuties waving at the camera, having fun.
Some look so serious. I like that. We got the Minnesota Senate District 49 DFL group up next. This is the local DFL party organization.
They say their goals are to maintain great public education, park systems, infrastructure, and improve transportation for all. Look at the donkey.
They even brought the donkey. There's some folks from Al Franken's group, of course. He is running this fall. The donkey likes the camera.
Extreme close-up.
Or maybe it's our photographer.
The floats have really been moving along pretty quickly. I mean, pretty quick
Yeah, we
pace.
always have this a little bit where they're there, and then we have a few lulls in the parade, and we're getting one of those right now. But as far as we can tell, there's still about a dozen or so units left in this parade. We're probably nearing about the hour mark here, or 50-minute mark. So this parade usually lasts about an hour, 15 minutes. And then I imagine a lot of these folks, or some of them at least, will be off to Sand Creek Park, taking everything down there tonight.
I wonder if Al Franken's daughter is going to head down to the park. I believe that's her right there.
That's what we were told. We're not sure. I'm assuming Al Franken is not here.
Out
She may be
campaigning.
representing him tonight. So.
Yeah. Thomas and Franklin.
We saw her earlier passing out stickers. And a hug never hurt either. You know, you wonder if anyone ever just like refuses to shake their hand if they're not, liking them. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see. We haven't seen it yet on the camera, so everybody's feeling the love tonight.
I believe this is the representation for Melissa Hortman. Passing out the stickers. They've got a boat with them here. Wonder if she'll be taking that out on the lake.
Yeah, it'd be a nice weekend to do that if you have a place to go. And if you have money to pay for the gas to put in it. Of course, that is getting to be expensive. I didn't realize I was talking to someone about their jet skis and thinking about kind of having to scale back a little bit because those things suck up a lot of gas.
Do they?
So, everybody thinking about that these days. Hey, there's a way you could get around for a little cheaper, a motorcycle.
Right, motorcycles. Some of them get great gas mileage. Mopeds, scooters, all kinds of different transportation options are popping up lately.
Yeah, you're seeing some of those that can get quite a bit. 100 miles to the gallon, some of these things. That would be nice. Of course, a battle is shaping up this fall between Democrats and Republicans, and it will be interesting to see what happens and how folks vote this year.
Indeed, big election year. And on this float, they have many different Democratic names represented. Al Franken, Senator Obama, Melissa Hortman, Madia for U.S. Congress.
Side of their boat says angling for better schools. I guess that's part of the reason they have this boat here tonight. And there they all stand waiting patiently for the more candy to come out. We said we got quite the crowd here tonight. I would imagine there's, several thousand people lined on this route?
Yeah, you've done these parades many, many years.
And we were trying to figure that out, about 15 years maybe today
That's
that
a
we've
long
been doing
time.
this parade.
Long time. What's your best guess opinion as far as attendance here tonight?
I think I can say several thousands maybe.
Yeah, and we're always more at the
Unless that's
end
an
of the
overestimate.
parade route. We never get to see all the folks lined up further up the parade route, essentially more towards the beginning and middle. We're more at the end here.
We should just move next year to be different. Somewhere different. Different scenery.
No, I think people know to find us here. They know the cameras
Sort of a
are here,
landmark.
wave to us.
There is Denise Dietrich there. where she's a state representative currently. Handing out stickers or something there to the crowd. Oh, the one girl missed her. She had to come up and get it.
Oh, gotta have that sticker.
That's, yeah. I don't think they necessarily care what's on it. They just like the fact
kids
that
have
they can
a
put
contest. How many can they wear on their shirt?
Yeah.
Who has the most? Here are some more volunteers with Madia for U.S. Congress. We saw the sign on the boat that was being pulled down the parade route a little bit earlier. These must be some volunteers for his campaign.
All decked out in blue, it looks like. You know, you said people know how to find us. It's interesting to see we have this Hawaiian ice stand set up next to us this year. We haven't had that before.
Italian ice right there to quench your thirst. Have a little sweet treat in the middle of the parade. It's a good place to be set up, I think.
Looked busy before the parade got going on. There you see it with the yellow and white umbrella right next to our truck.
They have the ultimate shade spot too with that umbrella if they need some shade.
That is
But
nice.
we've still lucked out. It's been nice.
I was wondering, looks like those are notepads they're handing out, what they're just tossing on the ground there. Kid's like, I don't know, I'll just take it, put it in my bag, check it all out later.
Give it to mom.
It's kind of like an early Halloween in some respects. You get one here in July.
Get some trained and ready, you know. Get
well,
ready
and you
for
know,
the...
it comes right to you. It's not like you have to walk around the neighborhood to get it. This parade, it just, all the candy comes right to you.
Pretty easy fare.
Yeah. So we got a tractor coming up next.
I think this might be Bromley Printing.
Well, that would make sense.
Let's see if it is. I can't quite see the sign yet.
And that would make sense with the notepads.
It would make sense with the notepads. There's their signage.
And there's their notepads they're handing out.
They're located in the Northdale Shopping Center in Coon Rapids. They've been in business since 1986, and it's owned and operated by Scott and Elizabeth Bromley. We now have Paulson for Congress.
Is that him running around? He looks to be the official one.
Looks like it, shaking the hands with the crowd, trying to get his name out. Hoping to be elected this fall.
Of course, we've seen quite a few politicians in here so far. I know they instituted a new policy within the past 2 years of actually charging those running for public office a fee to enter the parade. Previous to that, it had been free, but it doesn't seem like it's totally limited, the number that have been in here, because they're certainly willing to pay the fee to get their name out. But that has been a change here in the past 2 years at this parade. Practicing their little chant.
Big group of volunteers here tonight wearing their vivid orange t-shirts.
Uh-oh. I wonder if someone didn't tell this semi that this is the parade route. Took a wrong turn down there.
Are you on the right road?
There's State Representative Kathy Tinglestead.
She is not running for re-election this year. She said that it's just time to maybe start a new chapter in her life. Her sons are going off to college soon, and maybe just do something else at this point in her life.
Yeah, but it looks like she's still staying involved in politics here.
Supporting Paulson.
All right, this has a flag on the front of it. We're still intrigued as to what it actually is or what group it's for.
Is it the American Wings Air Museum?
A plane's gonna fly out of it at some point?
I don't know. That would be cool.
You are correct. The American Wings Air Museum. Here.
It's a traveling
Here's some
museum.
candy for your reward. For having
Thanks.
that right.
You might not want me chewing gum right now, or I might not be able to speak too well. Viewers wouldn't like that. They take this traveling museum to air shows, special events, and parades like this one. They have a B-model cockpit of a Mohawk military mule and many other artifacts that people can sit on.
We have the 5M7 Wellness Van up next. This is out of Mercy and Unity Hospitals, part of their wellness program. As we mentioned, it's a co-project of the District 5M7 Lions and Lioness Clubs. Nurses and lab staff from Mercy and Unity Hospitals staff the van. Mercy and Unity are located, of course, in Coon Rapids and Fridley, and are part of Allina Hospitals and Clinics.
And with this program, they can do things like test cholesterol, glucose, BMI.
Sometime in the past, this has been down actually at Sand Creek Park, and people have been allowed to come in there and do some of those tests. We have a restaurant up next.
Bennigan's of Coon Rapids are located in the Riverdale area. Known for their Irish flair, they have a wide variety of things on their menu. Great baked potato soup.
And another convertible up next here with some orange and green balloons tied to it. Part of the Bennigan's float. Throwing out some beads as well. There's the blue man. He's still got his balloons.
I was going to say, there's that gentleman we were referencing in the early part of the parade.
Hopefully he's had to go get another batch of those by now.
I think his batch has definitely gone down in size. It's smaller. It started out a little bigger. He's getting quite a workout tonight, going up and down the parade route on those rollerblades.
The balloon got run over. Don't worry, not gunshots. Just the balloon popping.
It's fun to be out and see people and
Look at
wave
this.
and
Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. These are the folks from Walgreens. I believe there's 2 stores and 2 Walgreens in Coon Rapids, one up near Riverdale and one off of Coon Rapids and Crooked Lake Boulevards. Looks like we have the store managers for both. We have the Inkjet Refill Man walking around.
the Inkjet refill man? Oh.
You can bring your inkjets there to get refilled. So
Gotcha. Now I see
that's
it.
their color. At least it's not a hot night to be in some of those costumes that folks dress up in
Yes,
for the parade.
that or the raccoon outfit
Yes.
we saw earlier. If it was a warmer night, that would be a little more unbearable, but it's
Yep.
okay. Perfect. Maybe 76, 78 out here. I don't know.
Yep.
Good temperature.
They even have fire department. We have a car here from the Wolf Protective Agency. This is a locally owned security company, and they're proud to be an organization that is contributing to the community's need for a sense of safety and stability. They offer a wide range of services. They take great pride in being prepared, professional, proactive, or the 3 Ps as they call it.
Right. Those horns are loud.
They are, especially when they're right next to you.
This is their canine unit, it looks like, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know if they brought the canine. I don't hear any barking, but
Might be a lot of commotion for the dog.
yeah, the dog might not appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, we are nearing the end of the parade here. We believe we still have 2 more units left, the Coon Rapids Lions Club and the Coon Rapids Fire Department, but there is another, this is actually a fairly significant lull in this point of the parade.
A little break in the parade. A little time for people to catch up. This is the end of the parade. I can see people kind of picking up their chairs and starting to head out.
Yeah.
It's a busy night here.
Trying to get in the lead of getting out of here and in their cars and before everybody heads out into traffic. Well, I was just thinking the dog. We were talking about the canine unit. There's not a canine, but we've had some dog units. I know you're a dog lover, but I haven't seen any dog units tonight.
Yeah, our lineup said there was going to be the Northern Lights Greyhound Adoption Group, but I didn't see them in the parade tonight.
Okay.
So
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking that has been here prior.
yeah,
Well, you've missed the parade the past 2 years,
I
so
know.
of course tonight then they don't show up. So
yeah.
we're going to head down to Steve Antis now, who is standing by with some of the folks enjoying the parade from down below on the sideline. Steve?
Well, I have a number of happy young children here. Everybody, show us your candy. Jake, you got pretty big size group. Yep. And then here we got some flags and some little pads of paper. Everybody have a good time today?
Yeah!
You going to be back next year for the parade?
Yeah!
All right, well, you can see it's unanimous here on the streets of Northdale Boulevard. The Coon Rapids Parade is absolutely a great time, right? All right, say goodbye, everybody. Bye. All right, we'll see you later.
What a great group.
All right.
Yeah, they
Lively.
are. Thank you, Steve.
Not afraid of the cameras
Sorry
either.
for the one kid that just has the bottle of water. He's like, do you have anything? No. We've collected quite a bit up here, so maybe
Quite a stash.
you just throw this down to him after and
Yeah.
he'll feel better.
Tootsie Rolls. I get some of my chocolate fix.
That's true. One that maybe won't melt so much by the end of the...
And caramels, too. Those are always very good. Did you notice all the stickers on the kids'
Yes.
shirts? That whole collection of who can get the most? A lot of
that
stickers
is
on the
going.
shirts down there.
They've been collecting them all night here. And you're right, some folks are leaving already.
Yeah.
As we said, we do have this little gap in action here, but many folks, as you see there, are staying put until this thing is complete.
Waiting to see the last 2 units. I believe we have the Coon Rapids Lions, actual members of the group coming up, and then the Coon Rapids Fire Department, which always heads up the end of the parade with all the units, the various trucks and various equipment.
And we're thinking a couple of lost cadets, or cardettes rather, there. Maybe they lost their float and they just decided, heck, we're going to go down the boulevard anyways. We got Scott Ledoux coming up next year, Anoka County Commissioner, of course, and former professional boxer.
That's right. He had quite a boxing career. He even did some fights against Muhammad Ali. He even got into sports broadcasting.
That's right. He certainly has a colorful background. And it looks like he is up for re-election this fall as well. And it looks like he's refiling, seeing it says vote.
Is he actually out in the crowd? I don't know if I see him.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. But
Maybe it's just a representative
there's
vehicle.
supporters here, yeah.
There's some members from the Coon Rapids Lions Club.
They have a raffle, it looks like $5 each. This is Classic Bowl in Coon Rapids in September.
It's a raffle to benefit a young girl that has a type of ocular cancer, I believe. Her name is Mackenzie Rowe, and it's a project they're working on to help this family pay for medical expenses. It's a very rare kind of cancer.
I'm sure you can find more information on that on their website. We We have the city of Princeton pass by with their float. And now it looks like we have the fire department coming up next.
Coon Rapids Fire Department. Some members of the staff riding inside, some kids. The big rigs that you see driving around the city, responding to medical calls, fire calls, accident scenes. Oh, more water.
Of course,
More
it wouldn't be
water.
a fire truck without water, and they're spraying it nonetheless, even if it's only about 70 degrees out here. And the kids couldn't care less.
No, kids always like to play in the water. It's fun. They've got all
Look at
the
their
rigs
boat
out.
coming up
Yeah, I
there.
was gonna say they've got all the rigs out here tonight. The watercraft.
As is usual, a lot of them are joined by their families who are either walking alongside or riding in the trucks. Of course, the Coon Rapids Fire Department is a sponsor of this annual celebration here. Looks like the girls are having fun shooting water up there. Maybe the firefighters are having a bit more fun there with a little more water pressure.
Yeah, there's Nick driving the Jeep. That is a vehicle that can go out to grass fires. Are you trying to get us
I'm
sprayed?
trying to get you wet.
Oh,
You didn't see me.
that's cruel. I already got it one time. Your turn.
We have more chances.
Your turn.
One more chance. But that does feel real good on a hot day.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
And our bread truck, as we refer to.
Is that what you call it?
The fire department would probably not appreciate that. This is their vehicle that does just about anything that they usually bring to support on scenes. See, I forgot its official name because I always call it the bread truck. So.
The bread truck.
Doesn't it look like it?
Kind of.
Okay.
That's a different name for
Yeah,
it.
it just doesn't have Tasty or, Wonder on the side. It's Coon Rapids Fire Rescue.
It serves a very good purpose.
It certainly does. Well, that is the final unit in this parade. Coon Rapids Fire Department wrapping things up here for this celebration. Of course, we've had a great night out here. The weather has certainly cooperated for this parade.
Been wonderful. I think people have had a great time out here. A lot of smiling, happy faces, and a great way to just kick off the 4th of July weekend celebration.
It is, and it falls nice this year with the 4th on a Friday, so a lot of folks having a long weekend here, and I imagine some extending that into early next week, or they've already extended it on the front side as well.
Right, a few extra vacation days,
What the heck? And like we said, we couldn't have asked for better weather for this, and hopefully the weather holds, of course, for the big fireworks display. That will shoot off at Sand Creek Park coming up on tomorrow after this parade, which is Friday, July 4th. The fireworks start at 10 p.m., and right before that, there will be a free concert at Sand Creek Park featuring Suicide Blonde. And then on Saturday, July 5th, the Midway opens at noon. Bingo and pull tabs at 2, followed by another free concert, this one from 7 to 11, featuring the group Savannah. And then Sunday, July 6th, things wrap up. The Midway opens at noon. Bingo and pull tabs start at 2, and of course, I imagine that runs into Sunday night for folks who want to take part in that.
Long weekend of all kinds of festivities, so get out there, have some fun, and just to have a great time.
Yeah, and if you can't, you have enough of this celebration, there's probably many more, Taste of Minnesota going on, lots of stuff for folks to do and see this weekend.
Yes. Well,
right.
Should we call it a wrap here today?
We can. Have you enjoyed your time back after a 2-year hiatus?
I have. I love the parade. It's very fun. I don't like to miss it, so it was good to be back.
Yeah, it was a nice parade and perfect timing. Well, that's going to do it for us today. We appreciate you joining us for the Coon Rapids 4th of July Parade. For Stephanie Ring, I'm Steve Erickson. For all of us here at CTN, thanks for watching, and have a happy and safe 4th of July weekend.